Alrighty, so today we have been given two problems that are solved incorrectly, and we want to prove why they are solved incorrectly. Alright, so the questions are obviously written in red and they're written wrong, so we're going to switch the color to black here. So the first question, right, we have square root of x minus 2 plus 5 equals 7. So the first step they did, which was subtract 5 from both sides, which is the right step. However, these next two steps right here are what they do wrong. So if we subtract the 5 like they did, right, so you got x minus 2 square root equals 2, that gives you that now, right? So, but the way to get rid of a square root is not by dividing like they did. You actually square it, but what you do to one side, you have to do to both. So this gives you x minus 2 equals 4, right? Because the square root and the squared cancel out. So then you x plus 2 to both sides, which means x equals 6. So that is actually how you properly solve that one. Now this next one's a little bit more interesting, right? So you have sine theta minus 2 plus 5 equals 7. So the first step they did, they subtracted the 5, which is good, but once again, the next thing they do wrong is these next steps. So if you subtract the 5 like they did, right, this leaves you a sine theta minus 2 equals 2. Equals 2. Okay, so you cannot divide sine by theta, right? So now if you think about this, right, so let's say theta of minus 2 is equal to x, right? And so what this would say now is sine x equals 2. And so if we look at sine graph, which is right here, right, we see that the sine graph always only equals 1 and negative 1. It never equals 2, right? So there is no x value that's going to give you a 2 y value or a 2 in return, right? So this actually means there's no solution, because no matter what you put in for x, you will never get 2. And that's because we know what a sine graph looks like, and we know that we can only get a 1 or a negative 1 for any x value. You can never get a 2 or negative 2. And so that is how you solve those two problems.